Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Fighting's Final. Sorry, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. We are here live. I'm your host, Mike Laura. Phil's win 8-6 over those pesky, and I mean pesky, Kansas City Royals. The Royals wore kind of my favorite uniforms tonight. They wore the old road powder blues tonight. Again, guys, magic number one. That's right, it's one. The Phillies win tomorrow. They will be dancing on their own, and I hope to hear that song. I'm probably one of the few that probably still like that song. Before we get busy here, I am going to read some of these. We have a lot of comments right now. I'm going to get to them before we get to the highlights and the lowlights of this game. Again, thinking back, man, the way this team is just playing, holy cow, man. Holy cow, man. I can't wait to see really what happens when this thing kind of takes off. Let's get to this, get to your guys' comments as we can see it right here. Star Wars says magic number is 1. And yes. Noom saying Topper is evolving before our eyes as JT's pitch calls for Duran. Yes. I like this one. Casti did the perfect thing to put them up 5-4. Put the bat out in the air with someone on second and third with less than 2 outs. Yeah, listen, Casti's been playing pretty good ball, man, as of late. So, I think he's finally kind of bought in. And he bought into this rotation. That this outfield rotation. Right now, you can't take Bader out because Bader right now, to me, with Trey Turner being out of the lineup, it's going to be hard to take Bader out of this lineup the way he's hitting right now for the Phillies. So it looks like there might be a platoon actually for both fields, really, if you're really looking at it, between the other three, between Castellanos, Kepler, and Brandon Marsh. Brandon Marsh is making it hard for him to be taken out of this lineup as well. So, again, great night for the Phillies, man, as we keep going. It says, that's all we ever asked for from Topper. Stop being Glenn Rivers. Jesus God. News also saying Taiwan's ability to hang in there is very key as well. Don't burn out the bullpen, a la New York Mets. God, have the Mets fallen from grace. God, if you guys watch poor Frank the Tank today, he was in the stands watching that game. Whew. It says the Brewers' record keeps them from getting complacent. Sets up well. Yeah, it does. Who needs Wheeler and Trey? They still need Trey. I don't care. Star Wars says, let's party tomorrow, Phillies. Yes. Who needs Trey and Bohm? Jesus God. Who hosts tonight? That would be me. Unfortunately, like I said, we had to do a last-minute switcheroo. We were having technical difficulties for this. I was able to graciously jump on. So I believe the original person was Pat. Pat wasn't able to do it tonight. And I was the free guy available. So I jumped on for you guys after a quick call. So sorry again for the delays. There was a little technical issues as well. So no, I am a little tardy. Yes. And Mickey, no, I didn't fall asleep, bud. I'm still stoked from watching my Nittany Lions earlier. There you go. Alrighty. Ricky, go Phillies. Adam C's checking in. What's up, Mike? Let's celebrate tomorrow. That's right. Let's go. Steve said they better not play. I hope they play and I hope they jam it because this is going to be the year that they do it. With that song. I don't care. Bring them out here and sing it live. Will Smith to the IL. The Phils may sweep the Dodgers now. Yeah, the two teams I think this year, who got really riddled with injuries. One was the Dodgers. The other one, the Braves. The Braves and the Dodgers just got killed with injuries this year. But, hey, that's going to set it up for the Phils, and the Phils got to go out there and play though. And I think if they could take 5 or 6 from those Dodgers in a season series, that's going to say something. And hopefully they can try to catch, Milwaukee for the best record. Again, we have to take it out and we have to take it and see. I thought we lost, but we won. It. Magic number is 1. Okay. Hey, Mets fans, we have the division. You're in danger of not making the playoffs. What's wrong? Yeah, they are. We're actually going to have to go through the little later on when I go through the round of bases. We're going to have to take a look at some of these games here because Giants are only a half game behind the Mets with the Mets losing. Giants are only half game. I think the Reds are a full game behind. So first things first, guys, we're going to go over the scoring here, man. All right. Garcia would score. Garcia would hit an RBI single. Pesquino would score. It would give Kansas City a 1-0 lead, literally in the top of the first here. And then, literally a few batters later, Salvatore Perez would hit a home run, giving them a 3-0 lead, and that would be that for the first inning. They would be up 3-0 after the first inning. Harrison Bader would hit a single to get on, and then Brandon Marsh would hit a double, and Bader and Kyle Schwarber would come around to score, and it would cut the Kansas City's lead to 3-2. Again, kind of a rough start out for Taijuan Walker, but it was really, really hard to do that. And then Salvatore Perez would come up again and hit another home run, putting the Kansas City up 4-2. And this is where it would get kind of crazy. He would, in the bottom of the third, JT Realmuto would hit a sac fly to bring in Harrison Bader, cutting that lead to 4-3. And then, it would continue on until the bottom of the fourth. That would go to the fifth. I'm sorry. It would stay like that to the bottom of the fifth when old reliable Kyle Schwarber would hit a home run, tying the game at 4. And then the Phillies would just really kind of take the lead. This is where the Phillies would take the lead in this game where, they would sit back and Castellanos would hit a sacrifice fly, giving the Phillies a 5-4 lead in that inning. Bryce Harper would come in to score. And then literally right after Castellanos would tie it, Otto Kemp would hit a smoke shot. I thought that ball was gone, but he would hit a double to left field over Frazier's head, scoring JT Realmuto, giving the Phillies a 6-4 lead. Now that would stay like that literally until the bottom of the sixth. Bottom of the sixth, Kyle Schwarber would hit an RBI single, and Donovan Walton would score, giving the Phillies a 7-4 lead. And now it would stay like that until the top half of the seventh. Kansas City would get one back, cutting the lead to 7-5 as Tolbert would double. And where'd it go? Where'd it go? It's just right here. Sacrifice fly. Tolbert would score and cutting the lead to 7-5. Bottom of the seventh, Brandon Marsh would step into one. Okay. And hit a home run to right center, giving the Phillies an 8-5 lead. And it would stay like that until the top of the eighth inning when Carter Jansen would hit a single and Jonathan India would score, giving it an 8-6 lead. There would be nothing at the bottom of the inning. Top of the ninth, it would go down just like this. Grinchick would line out to would ground out to Donovan Walton. Bobby Witt would ground out to Bryson Stott. And then last but not least, Pesquino would strike out. And that's how it would end with Duran striking out the final batter, putting the nail in its coffin. Box score shows like this for the Kansas City Royals: 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors. Phillies 8 runs on 12 hits. So looking at this, for me, honestly, if you're looking at this, Bader again 3 for 5 tonight. He led the Phillies in hits. Marsh was 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs in this game. So he's definitely got, he definitely has, I guess, my vote for player of this game anyway, as you go down. And look and see here who Taijuan Walker would actually get the win in this game. Taijuan Walker is now 5-8 on this season, and his ERA has dropped down quite a bit. It's now 4.17 ERA as the Phillies use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers tonight as they go on to knock out this Kansas City Royals team. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be partying. I think it's going to be South Philly's going to be partying really, really hard tomorrow. Ricky checking in saying, "Let's go Phillies, win the National League." And of course, Matt is going live tonight. No, it's a Saturday. Matt will not be back till tomorrow. Matt will actually have the Fightins final tomorrow, along with his show. So make sure you guys definitely tune in. Matter of fact, let's do a little rundown, shall we? Speaking of Matty B, the final word. Make sure you check him out tomorrow night as he will be in, probably giving a very good Eagles recap of their game in Kansas City, along with the Fightins. Will they pop the champagne tomorrow? Only time will tell. But Matty will be on tomorrow, starting his run this week in the morning. That's right. Make sure you tune in for me, Pat, and Al as we get ready. We will be previewing that Eagles game tomorrow. Talk about a big Penn State win today over Villanova. Also on there, a recap of this Phillies game as well. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Let's see here. Wednesday nights, make sure you tune in for myself and Paul Spencer from over at Out of the Box as we do props, locks, and parlays. We're going to be going over some of our picks from college and pro football and some of our parlays that we have played. And we're going to be looking forward to next week's games as well. So make sure you guys tune in for props, locks, and parlays every Wednesday at 7. Thursday at 7. That's right, Thursday. Birds Blast with Kyle Quinn. Make sure you guys tune in to see Kyle and Maddie as they review the Eagles Week 2 matchup with the Kansas City Chiefs and looking ahead to Week 3 as they get ready to host those Los Angeles Rams coming to town. For all you MLS fans, that's right. The Attacking Third with Steve Fuentes, Pat Bernard. Make sure you tune in to that as Pat and Steve will go take you all the ins and outs of the MLS and plus covering our hometown Union. Speaking of Steve Fuentes, before we go over, make sure you tune in with him tomorrow for the Birds Fly By, the only post-game show you want to watch coming up tomorrow as he will be going right after the final whistle. And speaking of pre and post game, that's right, Steel City Sunday. Make sure you tune in to Will and the rest of the guys as they get you ready for pre and post game as they come on 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. Make sure you guys tune in for them and they will get you covered. This is our lineup right there. You have our lineup right there in front of you. So make sure you guys do that. And the upcoming series, like I said, it was supposed to be Pat. It is me. So you will get Matty B tomorrow. And also the wraparound with Pat Bernard. That Pat would be getting ready to come back hopefully soon. I want to thank Al for stepping in for me last night. I was a little under the weather last night. So I'm glad Al was able to do a combination of the Fightins final and that as well. And you will not see this next Saturday because Penn State is off next Saturday. So in 2 weeks' time, as we get ready for those Oregon Ducks to come to Happy Valley for the whiteout, guys, make sure you guys tune in for the Happy Valley Huddle as we get closer to the college football championship right there. So, as that saying here, Joey Sullivan checking in. He goes, if we can get a Brewers loss, we're one game out of the best record. And I was like, Joey, your lips to God's ears. And guys, check Joe Sullivan out over on Out of the Box as well. And I believe on the Sully Squad every Monday night. Joe, Diego, I do not know the new guy's name over there. I know. So I know 3 of the 4. I apologize, Joe. But Joe and the crew, Joe, Diego, Sean, and the rest of the crew over there at the Sully Squad every Monday night, 6 o'clock, man. Make sure you check them guys out. Love those guys. Star Wars says official alert. Tomorrow's Phillies clinch 9. And San Francisco is up 4-1. All right. I got Star Wars doing my job for me tonight, man. Well, you know what? Let's since everybody's kind of hungry, let's go around the bases. Alrighty, we're going to start on the north side of Chicago, where the Tampa Bay Rays beat the Chicago Cubs 5-4. It was the Toronto Blue Jays by that same score, 5-4 over the Baltimore Orioles. It was the Pittsburgh Pirates 5, the Nationals 1. It was the Rangers 3, the Mets 2. Love hearing that. It was the Tigers falling in Miami to the Marlins 6-4. Yankees 5-3 over the Red Sox. Of course, we just saw the Phillies beat the Royals 8-6. Cleveland Guardians 3-1 over the Chicago White Sox. And right now, in the bottom of the 8th, it is the Diamondbacks 2, the Twins nothing. In the top of the 8th, it is Houston 6, Atlanta 2. In the top of the 5th, it is 3-1 Cardinals over the Brewers. Also 3-1 bottom 3rd in San Diego for the Padres over the Rockies. Top of the 2nd, 4-1 Dodgers in 4-1 Giants in San Francisco over the Dodgers right now. In just about 5 minutes or so, Angels and Mariners will get set to go. And roughly about a half hour from now, the Reds will be playing the Athletics. So let's get into our standings right now as we take a look. The Reds right now are at 74. Oh, man, this is crazy. Crazy. I got to see the updated scoreboard for, I got to see this updated scoreboard here. Where is it at? No. Standings. Here we go. I hate when it does that. Season. No. Where'd it go? All right, let me try to get out of this real quick. All right. There was one, I know. All right. I'm going to try to do standings. Here we go. Where's it at? There we go. Wild card. Right now, your 3 teams right now are the Chicago Cubs. Well, your 3 wild card teams are the Chicago Cubs, the San Diego Padres, and those San Francisco Giants. Even though the Mets have one more win and one more loss. So, but right now, percentage-wise, it is those San Francisco 49ers. And believe it or not, the Mets, if the Reds win tonight, the Mets are going to drop down even further. And the bad part about it is only 2.5. The Mets are only 2.5 in front of the Diamondbacks and 3.5 in front of St. Louis. So they can literally, within probably the next week, literally just fall out of contention, which I can probably see them doing right now. So that is it. For the American League, it is, believe it or not, it is let's see. It's your 3 division leaders are Toronto, Detroit, and Seattle. Seattle actually has overtaken Houston. So when you go into your wild card now, the new wild cards are Yankees, Red Sox, and those Houston Astros, and they're only up a game and a half on those Texas Rangers. They're up three on the Cleveland Guardians and 6.5 on those aforementioned Kansas City Royals. So these are your standings right now for the American League. Again, National League. I'll switch it over. National League is let me get it. National League is basically the Phillies have basically caught. In my eyes, I think they've caught the Milwaukee Brewers. They are literally a game and a half behind them, but the Brewers with 90 wins, they're number one. Phillies are number two, and believe it or not, the LA Dodgers are number three. They are 6 games behind the Phillies, with a 2.5 game lead over the Padres. So there are your division leaders. I just read off who it is. It's the Cubbies, the Padres, and now the San Francisco Giants. So the Mets have basically falling. They are free falling fast, and they are about to get swept at home by those Texas Rangers. So it's going to be crazy. Come on, Braves. The biggest lead. This year being 13 games up. Well, I'll tell you what, Star Wars, if they get it. Mickey says, you said 49ers, Mike. Did you mean the Giants? I meant the Giants, yes. I'm already in football mode, Mick. I'm sorry. I've been watching college football all day, and I kind of just turned the Phillies game on. By the time I got done doing the Penn State show, honestly, by the time I got done doing the Penn State show, the Phillies game had already started. So I had already missed. Matter of fact, I missed Kansas City scoring. By the time I turned the game on, it just gotten tied 4-4, and I watched the rest of the Phillies game. Being totally honest, I didn't see the beginning of it, so I had to do a quick recount as I was getting ready to come on here with this. So, but it's looking really, really good for the Fightins, guys. It really is. And again, make sure you join me, Pat, and Al tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. And for all you guys that don't live on the East Coast, set your time. Set your time because you're going to want to be up for this. So, again, thank you, Mickey. Again, I cannot wait. I want to see what better way the Eagles play at 4 o'clock. I can have Red Zone going right here on this fancy thinking box right here that they call a computer. I can have Red Zone going on this. The Phillies on, watching that, gearing up, getting ready. Watching them pop the champagne and then clicking right over and watching our Birds destroy. It's going to be a bad weekend for Kansas City. The Phillies are a really good chance to sweep they're a real good chance to sweep the Kansas City Royals, and then the Eagles go to Kansas City and beat up on the Chiefs. It's a great Philly KC weekend so far. We've gotten the upper hand, so let's keep it going, guys. Final score tonight, guys. Phillies 8, the Royals 6. You guys have been great. I'm about to nod off because, again, 9 a.m. comes real early. So, again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Be on point tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. We get the day started tomorrow. That's right. You have us at 9. If you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, we have the Steel City Sunday pre- and post-game Steelers show right here live on this network. We have our own Birds Flyby after the Eagles game. And then, of course, everything ends tomorrow night with Matty B coming on, and he's giving the final word. So what better way? And Matty will actually be on before that. Actually, Matty might actually come on right around the start of the Eagles game as they are talking right now. We could be dancing on our own, and I hope we are. So, guys, again, final score is 8-6. I am Mike Lauro, man, and I am out. Have a good night.